As you might know, I'm making Mario Maker for the Game Boy Advance, and this is a project I have a lot of passion for. And at the same time it's fun to work on this because it is much more relaxed than some of the 3D projects I'm making for the Game Boy Advance. But don't get me wrong, working on the other projects is still a lot of fun. And I have some updates to share. So quite a few things have changed, but I will start with something very interesting. In my previous video I talked about the fact that I really want to have different styles, and there is one style in particular which I really wanted to bring to the GBA, and I don't know if anybody would expect this, but there is this one fan game which had captured me for my entire life for such a long time, and I still love it. I'm of course talking about Super Mario 63, and I've started adding this as a style. It is still very basic, the Goombas don't have animations, and I also haven't added the flood, but that is definitely planned. And the grass blocks, they are not connecting so well, because I could actually create more sprites for them and then they would connect much better and look more like in the actual game, but I still think this is already very nice. And at the moment with the power-ups it also works the same way like with the normal Mario game, but I'm planning to add the actual health bar from Mario 64 as a variation and a setting. And you might have already noticed that I have added a few other features. Yeah, I have added normal mushroom power-ups, and I also added different backgrounds. Right now there's just a small selection, but I also made one for the Mario 63 style, and the one for the Mushroom Kingdom still has some palette glitches, which shouldn't be that difficult to fix, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And one for the night, and some of them are also animated. And I also made a hut disappear if the cursor moves close to it, so it's a bit more easy to build on the GBA. A lot of people asked me to include the classic size of pipes, so I made 2 variations of the pipes. Now you can just select between the small pipes and the big pipes. Another thing I've also adapted is the thing that pipes now have textures on both sides depending how you build them, and they just adjust. So it's a bit more difficult to build messed up pipes, but believe me, if you don't want to build something beautiful, you can still manage very easily. And I have also added hidden blocks, because this is one of the most important Mario Maker features, and I just thought this has to be added as early as possible. At the moment the hidden blocks work in a way that they are actually invisible walls and they not only appear if you hit them. I am aware that this works differently in the normal Mario games, and I think I will make another variation of the hidden blocks which actually only appear if you hit them, but for now it's very interesting to see this variation which actually works like a hidden wall, because there are a lot of creative ways how you can use them. I've also added a feature that you can put enemies and items inside of a block. Yeah, the game still has a lot of bugs and a lot of animations are missing, but all of this just takes time to implement. But it's very nice to share these updates and get some of your feedback. But I've also heard that some people were very curious if a new Super Mario Bros. Style would be possible in this, and to be honest, I think it definitely would be. I mean, if the GBA is powerful enough to do this, I think we can do something like this. But this requires a lot of more animation frames, and it just takes a lot of time to actually implement this and paint it and everything. This might still take some time until I get around to this. And yeah, that's basically it with the updates. And before you ask, of course I made a Nintendo DS version, which is still very basic, but it has a small preview of the entire level you are building on a top screen. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video then you should definitely watch the video where I added the nether to the Minecraft version I'm making for the GBA.